We've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. Take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Taken in at the 3.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Second and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Flushed out right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All it comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? First down and much more here for Jones. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the aftershocks have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Off of play action, here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Check. Lucky.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time right. And this one's incomplete. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw again. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Aftershocks have got it back to within a score. As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we'll put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be. Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Lance rolling to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Lance again. That's swung out to Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second down and goal. Lance. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So that will push them back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike set 33. 33.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a play fake. Lance throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, All eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, you don't have to be a student of X's and O's to know that right there, that just was the perfect play call defensively.
You're exactly right, because what they did really well, disguised their intentions. They never thought that the corner would come on the blitz, but when he did, that QB was exposed and brought to the ground.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 2nd and 5. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding, probably.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the aftershocks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Shots 28.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space up in front of you, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Lance going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to run now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To Mostert. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.